Hey guys, so I'm on my way to the convention center right now. Getting ready for the calling, to be honest, and I'm kind of super excited because I think I got my deck ready for this. Hopefully I do pretty well, but again, we'll see, alright? Hey guys, so I just won my first game at the calling. I faced against the Dash, and it was a really cool guy. He went for hybrid Dash. And yeah, I was kind of sweating in that match. He was so close to actually beating me, especially if he played his max velocity. If he ever seen it, I would have probably lost that game. But man, I was thinking, okay, he's somewhat boosting a bit more, so it's like a hybrid but mostly going for boost Dash. I'm gonna just block it out and just keep pinging him with my one Ash Swing, because he was going with, like, say, he was boosting attacking me directly to the face and then just using his pistol to shoot my dragons. And I'm like, dang, he's really gonna try to clear my board. But then I figured, like, alright, well, I'll just set up board as well and also attack him back too. But if he's gonna have his big turns, especially with high octane, I'm just gonna block out the whole entire attack and just turtle up that way, because he is gonna run out of cards soon, especially when he's boosting. And that's what it came down to. I saved up some of my armor as well to block his major attacks. His deck was really low, and I figured, okay, he's running out of, like, basically ammo. He's running out of ways to kill me. That's when I was like, alright, when I saw him not attack anymore, or at least lost his momentum, I was like, okay, I guess that's my turn now to, you know, clap back. And that's what I did. Especially with swinging with 248 with Ember Moss Senpai, that kind of closed out the game. So it was a really cool dude. Happy to know that try to pay attention next time so I don't miss some of my timing, especially when I'm trying to make an Ash. But yeah, till next time, I'll see what I can do for the next round. Hopefully I win that one too and actually make it to the top tables. Alright, peace. Hey guys, so I just got back from game 2, and man, I faced against the Riptide. Now, during game 2, I was almost late for my match, so I was just running to my tables. I didn't know I was already starting. I was watching like another match. It was very intense, but I made it, so at least I was able to face off against Riptide as my game 2 opponent. That one actually felt very one-sided, because on my opening hands I was able to at least set up some Ash and some dragons, and yeah, just take the game from there by just setting up a lot of dragons, especially when I was combining it with some Chromais and Kylorias and I forgot the yellow one, not Yonderai. Is it Yonderai? But yeah, the green one, sorry. Yeah, Yonderai. But yeah, I faced him. He was pinging me with all of his defense reactions, all of his traps. He was running a lot of the ones that could be played from Arsenal because they do trigger, but other than that, I still got him. I was able to close it out with it just swarming with tons of dragons and attacking him for game. He couldn't do anything after that because he couldn't clean up my dragons or at least deal damage to me. He did deal damage. He did deal like 10 damage to my face just from traps alone, and so that could kind of show you the power of Riptide. But if you're not able to threaten me, or at least threaten the dragons, yeah, I think Dromai just flat out wins against Riptide. So on to game 3. Can't believe you know, I still won 2 games out of 8. Hopefully I could be at the top table so I can make it for tomorrow, but we'll see. Alright, till next time. Hey guys, so just coming back from game 3 and I won. Holy crap, I didn't expect it to win game 3. I was expecting to at least lose one more game, or at least one game. But currently right now I'm XO, got 7 more games to go, and my match was literally against Dorinthia. Now that match was slightly tough. because counters on the sabers can really kill my dragons and probably close out games, and especially since she's going with with all the attack reactions. It's a very tricky match, but I was able to close it actually. Super fun. The MVP from that game was literally Spears of Reality. That Spectra aura is really good, especially when I just want to buff my attacks. And I figure, well, just for her counters to go, just for her counters to be relevant on the sabers, it would be somewhat more in the longer game where she has a lot more counters where I can't deal with. But if I let her block with some of her cards, especially if I'm showing threats, then maybe she won't be able to use them as much, especially for clearing out my dragons, which actually turned out the case. I was able to present like 5-10 damage with all my non-phantasm illusionist attacks. So yeah, Spears of Reality was actually the MVP on that one for me. But yeah, I guess on to game 4 later. Alright, we'll see about that. Hey guys, so I totally forgot to put up a result video when I was at Baltimore on my round 4. So I'm just doing it right now with just audio, and I'll just do some B-roll on the back in the video. Anyways, on my round 4 against Lexi, I was expecting this to be a bit of a tough matchup because Lexi's basically part of the top meta, especially when it consisted of all like the participation of players in the calling. And I was already near the top tables too for this, so I was expecting to see all the Lexis and all the old hymns. And this one I thought was going to be a pretty tough matchup compared to my other matchups, just because of the fact that I know how powerful a fuse Lexi is, especially with just going through face and even playing some of the siding in some of the ice cards that would result in like paying for the frostbites, because even just a one turn of that for me to just basically just either pitch and just pay for all the ice and then pass turn can cost me the game, especially as well if he sees his 3 of a kinds with the rain razors. That for sure I had to either full block or just take a lot of damage. But anyways, on my match of that, I got, I think, pretty lucky, to be honest. Because on the first turn I was able to at least set up some dragons and some ash wings as well, just to like poke him and see if he's gonna go for it. Yeah, he popped one of my dragons, but on his turn he wasn't able to come back, or he wasn't able to take back the momentum, especially on his first turn. It was a bad hand with his first 3 of a kind. He did play out his 3 of a kind, trying to like push back damage towards me, but I was still on that first 3 of a kind. I was like down to maybe like 32, or like still above the 30s, but still like, I think I only took like maybe 8 or 9 damage at that first 3 of a kind. So I was like, oh, okay, that was like the first round of the 3 of a kind turn. And now again on my turn I was able to pop back by setting up a bit more dragons and then attacking. He was able to see his second 3 of a kind and like I think 3rd or 4th turn, and that one I think had the rain razor combo, I believe, the 3 of a kind rain razor, but his arrows weren't that strong. He mostly had like a lot of reds too, like red arrows, not blue pitch to cost to like pay for those arrows. So I was at least able to like just say, alright, I'm just gonna full block my entire hand and just like ping you for 1 with my ash wings. And that's what I did. I just turtled up again with when he sees his 3 of a kinds, and yeah, I didn't even take that much damage. I think I was down at least like 27 or maybe around 24, and then I was at least able to clap back by like holding on to like 1 card from my arsenal, and I think I played a 0-cost dragon. I believe it was either Chromai or Asvolai, one of those 0-cost dragons, but I was able to like use that to like take back momentum. And then after that, he again saw his 3rd 3 of a kind as well, and I don't think that one had the he saw his 3 of a kind, but he didn't have a rain razor with it, so he wasn't able to push a lot of damage. And Sure, he shot the blood rot arrow at me, but I just full block again with my entire hand, and again try to try to use my dragons just to clap back. And then when I checked his graveyard, that was literally three of his three of a kind. So I was like, okay, so I'm in the clear now. I could on my next hand, I would probably just block with 1 or 2 card hands, and then take back the tempo and take back the damage. And yeah, that's what happened. I was able to take full control of that game just for the fact that he saw his power plays early on without any powerful cards to follow up. I was kind of happy because like, holy crap, I actually defeated Alexi. I mean, maybe based on luck, but again, it's a card game, so what do you expect? But yeah, at this point, I'm like 4-0, like 4 wins, 0 losses, and I was like on a winner's high. So I was just really happy, like, holy crap, I might actually make it to day 2. So I was like going to be in one of the top tables on my 5th round. And yeah, I was just elated. I was like so stoked. I was telling all my friends about it. Oh my gosh, guys, 4-0, 4-0. Especially for my first time in a big event, I was just like, okay, let's take this. Let's take another 5-0 kind of thing, you know. But I'll tell you about that in my next match coming up. But until then, yeah, so excited for a 4-0 win. Hey guys, so I just got back from the calling, and man, what a joyride, and what a run too. Especially for my first time being out of Vegas, and coming on the East Coast too, first time on the East Coast, and playing some really impressive games. I hate to say I didn't make it to day 2 of the calling. My record is 5-3, 5 wins, 3 losses. But yeah, I couldn't pull it, guys. I couldn't make it to day 2 and at least get a chance to win. With that being said, though, I still had lots of fun. I'm actually still pretty shocked with my record, to be honest, because I didn't expect it to at least like get 4 wins in a row, until of course my losses. But I was on a I was on a winner's high, or the runner's high, within those 4 wins, and maybe that's that excitement probably messed with my game plan, or at least with my thinking whenever I was playing. I was being a little too reckless here and there, but yeah, you know, still I had lots of fun. Although the 3 losses I lost to, one was to Lexi, second one was to mirror match to against Dromai, and the third was against one of my worst matchups, which was a Briar. But most of those games are really, really close. So start off on my first loss against Lexi. Me and the guy was actually like winning that winner's high too, because this was also his first time being in the calling, or in a bigger event, and he we both were just really excited. We're joking around here and there, but yeah, one of his turns he really high rolled me with like 2 Rain Razors and 1 3 of a kind, and that's what really killed me, to be honest. I was able to at least set up at least like 2 or 3 dragons, and he was just trying to go face. And that hand, especially when he had a blue, 2 Rain Razors, and a 3 of a kind, that was basically his god hand. He was able to at least close the gap, close the game that way too. Brought my life down from like 30 something to like around 14-ish, or about, basically below the 20 life limit. And that's when I blocked with my whole hand and lost tempo that way. So now I had to just keep like pinging for 1 with Aether Ashwing or one of the 3 dragons, and just try to get claw back some damage and some life in. But he was able to close it, especially on the on the way to close it as well. He had another rain. He had another 3 of a kind, and that was the last 3 of a kind too. So yeah, I mean, with that being said, I was like X1, and I was still like, still having a good time. Like, all right, I think I can still probably make it. I mean, I can't do anything with that, like double Rain Razors and a 3 of a kind with a blue pitch. That's just a crazy combo. On my second loss, now I think this one was just me in the way I was playing. And again, the dude was also pretty cool, pretty chill. We both were like slightly complaining, oh man, it's a mirror match. We're not playing FaB, we're playing like, I don't know, like Yu-Gi-Oh! We're playing Magic. We're just summoning creatures and attacking each other. It was funny, but I still had a good time. Although, looking back at the match, I think I could have done better. And one of those things is the fact that if I summon Tomeltai, and if you had to choose between an AB or his Flame Skill Furnace, always go for the AB. Guys, always go for the AB. Don't worry about the... Sure, Flame Skill Furnace is another big target, but if you summon Tomeltai to destroy an armor piece, always just go for the AB. Just go for the AB. Who cares? Because that's what I think kind of made me lose the game. Especially when he had no way to play cards and not generate Ash. When I played Burn 'em All, that was also my second big mistake after killing the not killing his AB, sorry, is playing Burn 'em All and allowing him to generate Ash, which in my mind, like, dang it, you just let the thing die, and just let the Burn 'em All die and just go for it there. Because then he was able to take back tempo by getting more Ash than me. Sorry, not Ash Murder. He was able to take tempo by bringing in more dragons after that, and just wiping out the board state that I had. Because to be fair, before that, I had a really good board state. At least I had a decent like tempo too. But then he was able to summon, his weak board state was literally just 2 Uvias and 2 Aether Ashwings. I could have literally just gone face, and who cares about the Uvias and the Ashwings if he has no Ash, right? That was my big mistake, was just literally giving him Ash. So now I was at X2. And I was like, okay, I gotta at least win my next match, so at least have a chance to go to day 2, or at least would be able to go to day 2 if I have at least X2 and win my rest of my match, you know? Like, I had to win the last 2 matches of my games to actually go to day 2. My game 3 loss, or sorry, my third loss of the day was against a Briar. Yeah, a Briar going up against a Dromai. Now, mind you, I figured, well, I just had to go aggro. I had to at least somewhat develop a couple like dragons on board, block a lot, you know, like try to block proficiently at least, and just go face as well. When he has Channel Mount Heroic, just full block, who cares? Just keep blocking, you know, try to preserve life, especially on Channel Mount Heroic turns only. And that's what I did. I blocked proficiently. I was able to develop 2 or 3 dragons. He was able to clear like 1 or 2 dragons with the Rosetta Thorn, you know. But I was able to hold on to a point where we had even health, 3 health, 3 health at the end. The crazy thing is that when my life was also somewhat low and I had a blue pitch, I was using Phantasmal Footsteps, and that actually came in clutch. He attacked with like a Rosetta Thorn, and I was and had an Aether Ashwing, by the way. He had attacked with a Rosetta Thorn. I had a blue pitch. I used the blue pitch to pitch for the arcane damage coming from the Rosetta, and paying the other blue pitch for the Phantasmal Footsteps to block the physical damage from the Rosetta Thorn, netting me with only 2 damage. So technically, it's pretty proficient with that. Heck, there was even a turn where he had like 7 or 8 damage, and my life was low. I played Oasis Respite, pitching that blue, hitting that I think it was a Rabble, I believe, that was coming in for 8. I targeted that to prevent the 4, heal back up, so I only took, say, 3 damage from that, and then he went and attacked with the Rosetta Thorn, and since I pitched the blue for Oasis Respite, and I had the Aether Ashwing and the Phantasmal Footsteps, I used the remaining 2 floating pitch I have to deal with the AB and then go put +1 armor on the Phantasmal Footsteps. Again, only taking only 2 damage from that. So what? That was really proficient. I think I'm really liking Phantasmal Footsteps now too. With that being said, I still lost because the way he closed the game out was literally Channel Mount Heroic. That card's busted. Even when he whiffed with, I think it was called Sonata Arconyx or something like that. Even when he whiffed with that, yeah, I mean, hey, he had it. Like, I can do anything. Even when I full blocked with my entire hand, we were both at 3 health, if he wasn't going to be able to kill me on that turn, like if he didn't have Channel Mount Heroic, I would have won. Because on my arsenal, I had also Sand Cover and a lot of 3 blocks in my hand. And I think I had like Burn 'em All, Asvolai, and just the two Sanapai cards in my hand. So that's enough to at least block fully if I wanted to. But yeah, he was able to close it. I mean, when I saw X3, it's like, okay, maybe I could probably sneak in, maybe bubble in if I win my last round. But then they said X2 only or top 72, which basically isn't me. So like, all right, I'll play at least the last game of the day just for fun, you know, which was against Lexi again. This time though, I was like, all right, it's just for fun. I'll still I didn't have to side anything because it's still the same side per se against the other Lexi, or actually against Briar, which just put in the D reacts because they actually act the same way. They present big damage and they have go again. So same game plan, you know, try to do the same thing, and I took the win. You know, I was able to close it out. But of course, I was able to close it out with Asvolai, especially when he popped his bracers to give his arrow go again. Oh, sorry, not a go in, a +1 just to attack. I was able to like block out with 3 cards and then play Asvolai on my last turn and then just ping him for 1 per game. But with that being said, I still had a good time. I experienced that I'm not that bad of a player, I guess. You know, I don't like totally suck, but you know. My game plan was good. To be fair, the way I built the deck, which I'm gonna show you later, is actually meant to go up against Oldhim. But the funny thing is, I never really faced an Oldhim. There was no Oldhim in my freaking in my run here. Besides, so I was almost just facing Lexis and all that other stuff. Lexis, Nerdromai, like there was literally no Oldhim. So I wasn't able to implement what I wanted to test out in theory, but hey, you know, whatever. With that being said, I still had a good time. Day on Sunday, probably just gonna chill around, maybe try out the Blitz format. On Blitz, I'm actually gonna try Rhinar Blitz. Just try to Blood Rush Fellow them for 20 all the time, and just fast wins. You know, we'll see if that works. But yeah, other than that, I had a good time. We'll see what day 3 is in store. If not, I'm just gonna like, you know, move around and explore Baltimore, you know. But yeah, see you guys next time.